Normally operas are, well, 19th century operas mostly about ladies dying of TB, but there's a reason why this opera was composed. So they asked the most famous composer of the day, Rameau, and the most famous writer of the day, though he was a bit of a bad boy, Voltaire, to write an opera for celebration. Now you'd think that would be a pretty straightforward commission. Happy, 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 bravo, Louis. But Voltaire is a little bit more edgy than that. And he wrote this piece, The Temple of Glory, to try to tell the king what a real hero was. You have at the beginning the Temple of Glory, but who can go into it? So you have a couple of candidates who you know are not going to get there. Belus, who's just belligerent and awful. The other one is Bacchus, who is just too wild. He's the god of wine and everything else. And our third candidate is the Roman Emperor Trajan, who was magnanimous in victory, who forgave his enemies, was good to everybody, and so he's the one who gets into the Temple of Glory. Hint to king, that's the guy that you should be more like than you actually are. After the performance, Voltaire is supposed to have gone to the king and said, "Is Trajan pleased?" I think when the king asked for the opera, he wanted entertainment with a good deal of psychophancy about how wonderful he was as a king. He didn't quite get that. Catherine is the one of the world experts on this, and so she will take 18th century dance steps and choreograph them to the dance music.
How do you know what people danced like back then?
Aha! I was wondering if you were going to ask that question. This is a notation system that was developed at the end of the 17th century. This is the symbol for a man, symbol for a woman. They're standing in a fourth position. They're going to be stepping with their inside legs. This is the left side of the body and the right side of the body on both. And they make a symmetrical path going down stage, coming in, and going around. And there are bar lines that give you the dance measure, which corresponds with the measure at the top of the page. So when I'm putting together choreography for an opera like this, I may begin with a dance like this as an inspiration, just to give it a structure that is absolutely from the period. And then I'll go ahead like a jazz musician and take a riff on the dynamics, or maybe something in the space.
She's also an expert on 18th century stagecraft, how they acted, which is a little bit like the sort of stuff you see in silent movies. It's rather melodramatic, perhaps. They wave their arms around a lot, which of course that was under candlelight, so it didn't look as ridiculous as you might think it would now. The lighting was quite low, so if you move around it doesn't, it actually looks dramatic rather than melodramatic. I first became interested in the Temple de la Gloire because the manuscript score of the particular version we're doing is actually in the music library of UC Berkeley. It's been there for a number of years, and it seemed a wonderful idea actually to do on campus a piece that campus actually owns. The version we have in Berkeley is the original one. This is first performance, stage performance of this original version from 1745. We're talking about 27 years to put this on, which is quite a long gestation period. It's building blocks to put everything together, not only in the cast but also financially. And I'm just thrilled that it's happened. Of course, it's an interesting time to do a political opera. Autocrats have come more in the news recently than they have been. And it's nice to write a piece that twits them a little bit. I hope, of course, that people will absolutely love it. I hope that they will be charmed by it. I, of course, will be standing in front of the orchestra having the best time of all, because I get to conduct it. And I hope that this won't be a one-off. I hope that we'll be able to take it somewhere else.